Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Leno56 and welcome back to some more Stationeers on the Moon. So in the previous episode, we did quite a bit with the advanced furnace. We built a little heat box here. We filled it with a bunch of nitrogen. I probably overfilled it because we're having some pressure issues in there, but for the most part, it is working as it should be. Essentially, the nitrogen is keeping the room super heated so the advanced furnace does not lose temperature, which is actually working quite well. And then we have a pipe heater up on top of our base here, which is slowly increasing the heat in here. Now, what I would like to do is start making some super alloys so then we can start expanding our base a little bit. Um, as far as expanding our base goes, I think what I want to try to start working on next is building an atmospherics room so we can properly sort gases and filter everything out, and then we can distribute it to the rest of our base. I'm probably going to build this base similar to some of my other bases that I've built in some of my other playthroughs, just because, for one, I know exactly how to build it, and a couple of people want me to build a fairly large base, so that's probably going to be the easiest way to do it. But yeah, I'm thinking we build our atmospherics room on the back side of here, and then we slowly expand our base this direction. And then I can build like the atmospherics room, a hydroponics room. I can even do like a battery or a power room or something, and then distribute all my power evenly through the entire base. So I can figure out a couple of different things. Alrighty, so I think what we're going to do first is I need to build a bunch of steel frames. Speaking of steel frames, I need to make proper support for our trader platform as well. Let's see, so we have steel here. I think I probably need to make some more steel, so that's something that I can easily use this for. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, hitting 1,000 subs is actually really exciting, so I was really excited to hit that milestone. I just want to thank you guys so much. It's awesome. Okay, so steel frames. This will make 15 steel frames for us. That'll be enough for supports and stuff. Well, what is with this fan? That's interesting. While this is going on, let's go and grab everything that we're gonna need for steel, which I just need a bunch of iron more than anything, which I don't have enough iron there. Let's see, steel, silicone, copper. I don't have enough iron, so I might have to go to our outpost and for a mining run. So let's go do that really quick. Before I do that, we're gonna top off our water and stuff. Wait, why was my helmet on? Alright, so water's taken care of. Let's go and grab some food. Alright, food is taken care of. Let's top off our battery and then we will head out. Uh-oh. Where's my battery at? Let's see. Oh. Where did I put the large battery? I might have to make another large battery. That's okay. Turn this on. I need to actually put some cladding up top here too. Okay, I might have to make another battery. Thankfully, there's a battery over at our gold miner, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, so I'm thinking what I want to do here is put proper support. There we go. And then I'm going to weld these to, weld these once, so it looks like the rest of this, so it's just the first build stage. Okay, and then this one. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. Actually, I kind of like that too, so I'm kind of conflicted. That looks good though. Okay. So we'll put you up. Oh geez, I just launched myself. Yeah, I have to swap a couple of these batteries out, don't I? That's okay. Alright, these should stay on there. I need to go grab some iron. So we're gonna go on a little iron run here. See how much iron we can get. Because it's been a minute since we've been to this outpost. But I do need to swap my battery out, so we're just gonna do this. There we go. And then I'll have to make some more large batteries. Granted, I know a couple people want me to do the wireless batteries, so maybe I'll end up doing that. It's been a little bit since we've been to this outpost, so let's see all the different ores that we have. I'll probably just grab everything that's in the silos here. I still wish you could drive this rover around in third person. I feel like it'd be a little bit easier to actually drive. But yeah, for our atmospherics room, we're going to need a bunch of filtration machines. I'm going to go with insulated tanks. And then with how I want to build everything, I don't want to have too many pipes going through the base because I want to have enough room for lights and wiring and stuff. So I'm going to have to mix some of the gases and distribute them through the base. Like the CO2, the nitrogen, and the oxygen I can mix for our main oxygen line. Do you have wireless monitoring of that? Oh, no, I do not. Let's see here. And there is our outpost. Alrighty. Here we are. Well, there's plenty of coal in there. We have 1,000 iron, we have 500 copper, and we probably have about 300. So, yeah, let's grab all the stuff that we can. Oh yeah, look at all that iron. I'm gonna put you in the back here. Let's load this up. And then for the silicone, we're just gonna do this. Perfect. So we have quite a few. Yeah, we have quite a few ingots there. I probably don't need coal. Yeah, I probably don't need any coal or anything. Here, let's grab this battery. I need to get the terrain thing so I can fill up some of these holes. There we go. Alright, so we have iron, silicone, and copper. I think that's all I really need. Sweet, and everything's still staying on the rover. I don't think the crates are going to leave the rover now, but I'm still kind of paranoid because of what happened last time. Alright, so let's head home. Yeah, so we should be able to build. Well, actually, because of all the iron I have here, and I have 2 stacks of coal on me, I can make 400 steel relatively easily. And with all that steel, we can work on our atmospherics room. I do want to work on our trader platform too, because I want to be able to get access to soybeans. Because I want to make French fries. Let's see here. I think that's the crater, which I typically. Yeah, okay. And I still haven't figured out the best way to make a road either. Like, cladding would be the ideal way to do it, but essentially the road would float, which I'd rather make it look more natural, but there we go. And then if we turn right over here, we should see our gold miner. There it is. Oh, man, looks like our batteries are charging. The reason that they're not charging fully is because I still have that pipe heater going. Alright, so let's grab all of the iron. Then we'll grab the copper and silicone. Yeah, I thought that having the deep miner split up like this was going to be extremely tedious, but it's kind of fun. It kind of adds a little something to it. And it's really just a short drive, but it is kind of fun. So, and then I think everything is maxed out solar panel wise. So, you know what I can do? This is what I might actually do. I might automate these. Yeah, I'm gonna automate these pipe heaters here. So I'm gonna automate them the same way we did our grow light. It's gonna be attached to the sunrise or to the sun. Because then during the day they'll be on and they'll heat up the gas. Then during the night they'll turn off to preserve power instead of just being on 24/7. That might be better. Plus, they're plenty hot in there too. Two, three. All right. So let's just do 1 stack of steel or 1 batch of steel for now, which should be 200 ingots. So we'll do iron and iron. Let's see, what I'm going to do this time of year up is tunnels instead of roads. Tunnels wouldn't be bad. And with flatten mode, I mean, it would make it look good. The only thing I have trouble with, like with tunnels and stuff, and this is where the terrain tool would come in handy, is if I accidentally like dig too deep or something, like it'll just mess everything up. But oh crap! All right, so we'll put you back. So this is going to be for steel. 1997. That's quite hot. And actually, we have that as well. So I should be able to make steel relatively easily here. Oh, here goes nothing. You know, for having those ores degassed, though they technically should not be affecting my temperature, like, at all, but they are. That's interesting. Oh, and we got steel, so that was extremely easy. And look at that temperature rising. And that's because of how hot it is in that room, which I mainly just want to monitor the temperature in there. That's controlling the pressure. Or I could just put another pipe meter. Maybe I do... Yeah, maybe I do this. This would be more of a temporary solution. I need copper. Throw copper in here. And I just realized I had a bunch of iron on me. That's okay though, now we have even more iron. There we go. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to... We're going to program the pipe heaters to turn on once the sun rises, and then to turn off when the sun lowers. So let's do this. Okay, filtration, solar angle, temperature, pressure. So if it's gonna be the exact same thing as the grow light, I should be able to just reuse all this actually. Alright, so let's do this. So let's do pipe heater. Yeah, pipe heaters start. And then this is going to load. Let's see. Yeah, I am gonna have to do this. Actually, no. I can do solar angle. Daylight sensor. Daylight sensor, solar angle, and then so if the solar angle is less than 90, then it'll go to pipe heaters on. And if the solar angle is greater than 90, then heaters off. Grow light start. Perfect. Then we're gonna adjust these. There we go. I don't know where your sensor lenses. I made them in... Yeah, I know. I haven't made the sensor lenses yet. Pipe heaters on. And then this is going to... Yeah, so this is going to be a batch. So let's do this. Define. Let's do pipe heater. Bam. And then let's do pipe heaters off. Oops. Okay, sweet. Well, the code is right, so it should be working. It's gonna be a minute because essentially I wrote the same logic for the pipe heaters that I wrote for the grow lights. And then hopefully they don't drain our batteries. I can always add some more solar panels and stuff. But let's do this. What do we need for the sensor lenses? Steel, silicone, and Inconel. That shouldn't be too difficult. Let's see here. Oh, wrong one. Ingots. 23 to 24 gold, steel, and nickel. So what I would probably do is 100 gold, 50 steel, and 50 nickel. That shouldn't be too difficult. So we have 100 gold. Then we have 50 steel. And then I do need to go out and mine some nickel. So I guess we can go do that really quick. Frames. I'm going to keep those on me. These I'll put in the locker here. So, alright, let's go find some nickel so then I can make the sensor lenses. There was nickel. Let's see. Let's not take the rover. We'll just walk over here. There was some nickel this way. I don't think there's nickel in here, is there? No, there's not. It's just a bunch of ices. The sun should be rising any minute too, so that should help us with our search for nickel. I thought I did see some on the way back. And this is kind of the route we took. The hard one was... Yeah. Hey, there's nickel. Yeah, 50 pressure. That's not terrible, though. I mean, you just have to make sure you keep it at 50 and not go higher, because that could potentially blow. I wonder if I should have done the, I'm gonna have to make the terrain thing. I can't remember what that terrain tool is called. Alright, we're just gonna mine all the nickel that's in here. Which might be overkill, because I'm already at 2 stacks of it. I just want to make sure I get it all. And I think I did. Call it good. Yeah, maybe I'll make that terrain tool so that I can fill some of these holes up. Alright. So this will make the sensor lenses for us. Then I can actually see what ores are where, which will be nice. Granted, grabbing 4 stacks of nickel was probably overkill, but that's okay. Ooh, and our pipe heaters should be turned on too. Hey there, perfect. Oh, I had nickel here. So, I guess I could smelt them. Or we'll just put them in here. 2, 3, we'll keep 50 on me. Mine a lot of coal. So, I actually don't need to mine coal. I have coal automated. Because what I plan on doing is I plan on putting fuel mixture in here as well. Because I could easily get this up to 50, so I'm honestly not worried about that. All right, and then we have nickel. So that should be everything I need for, let's see here. So 600 to 1,000 Kelvin, and then 23 to 24. So that's going to be the issue right there. But let's see. Yeah, let's start shoving gas. Or I could just do this. Yeah, we'll shove all the gas into here for right now. I'm going to throw... I know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to throw one stack of volatiles and one stack of oxide in here, and then we'll ignite it, and then throw the superheated gas into here, and then we'll slowly get this up to pressure so we can make this. See, in the meantime, let's start preparing for the atmospherics room. So it's going to be similar to how I typically build them. So we'll do 25, 25, plus 8. All right, so that's what, 58? So 116, if my calculations are correct. I'm gonna have to make some more steel. Alright, well, that's increasing. Alright, so there's nothing in here. So let's go outside really quick. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the temperature is going to be the issue. As far as that goes, I can easily make another storage tank. And I kind of have an idea, actually. What I would probably do is put nitrogen in our furnace here. Actually, what I would probably do is build another insulated tank, put nitrogen in it, super cool it, and then use that to cool down the furnace to get it to temperature, which once I, remove all the gas from the furnace, it goes in here, so I'd have to have a filtration system to filter out the nitrogen back into our tank. So I actually have a fairly good idea on how to deal with that. All right, so let's just do, oops. Oh crap. I need to get out of the sun. Okay, there we are. Let's just do this. We'll do 25 and 25 to start. All right, let's head back inside. Turn our suit off, open up our helmet. Okay. There we go. And then let's see, we need 23 to 24, so let's start pulling that out. Yeah, no, if I use a bunch of coal, all the gas will offset it and get it up to pressure. I see what you're saying. There we go. Oh, all right, and everything's in there. So I need what, 23 to 0.5. There it is. Hey, look what we got. Alright, then let's lower the pressure a little bit in here just so I don't hear that rumbling. Alright, that'll work. Let's see how our battery's doing. Well, they're charging, so far so good. And then what do I need in here? I need steel and silicone. Steel and silicone. Nice. And then I also need... Now I could do these guys. So gold, copper, steel. Gold, copper, steel. The only difference is it's a little bit more copper. Yeah, maybe I'll do wireless batteries. Hey, it's our sensor lenses. Speaking of, I need a battery in those. Yeah, so that wasn't difficult. That was easy. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah, switching everything to wireless batteries might not be a bad idea. Because then I can put a wireless transmitter in my base. Well, I'll probably have one in each room realistically, and then I'll have them at my outpost too to wirelessly charge those batteries. So yeah, maybe that's what I'll end up doing. I probably should build a stacker. Here, let's put these out here. Let's grab a chute. And I can just do this. Okay, and then what do I need for... I need gold, which I have, copper, and steel. I'm gonna have to build a few of these. We'll just build one for right now. Then while we're doing that, let's head outside. We will turn our suit on. Speaking of our suit, I want to see... Actually, why is that everything slowly increasing? I feel like all that should be... that'll work. Alright, let's start mapping out where I want our atmospherics room to go. Yeah, so I'm kind of going back and forth. The nuke batteries would not be a bad idea. But the wireless chargers would make it so I don't really have to worry about swapping our batteries out ever. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to keep our corridors the 3 wide. Because I could do the corridors 5 wide, but that's kind of a lot of room for no reason. So I'm thinking 3 wide. So then we'll do something. I'm going to have to get rid of some of this stuff. That's okay. Maybe before I do this, I need to move our... I need to move all this. There we go. Yeah, I need to move these radiators. I have to be careful doing this. Okay, there we are. So these radiators, I'm just going to throw on here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that'll work. Before I do that, let's do this. And the large wireless battery will work well in your suit too. It works on all maps, but so you can make the wireless batteries work on Europa too. They're just not necessarily ideal. But in my Europa playthrough that I did, I was utilizing the large or the wireless batteries. But yeah, Europa is kind of difficult because of how cold it is. It makes it hard to keep a charge. There you go. And then all the gas should be in just that little string of pipe right there. So let's hook all of this back up. And then this we're gonna keep off because I'm gonna place frames over here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, what can I get rid of? Let's do... Actually, I know exactly what I can get rid of. Let's get rid of these. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Yeah, so this will be our atmospherics room. So this is where I'm gonna filter and mix gases and everything, and then I'm gonna start slowly expanding. Alright, well, that freed up at least one inventory slot for us. Alright, nice. So I do have some sheets on me, so let's start welding this up. I'm just gonna weld it to stage 1 right now. And actually, these ones I'll just weld to stage 2. Yeah, we'll just do that. Just so I have a nice platform to walk on. And then I do have a bunch of steel sheets, I think, still as well. So let's go and grab all the steel sheets we have. Oh, geez, I just launched myself. All right, we're fine. Let's see, steel sheets there. Do I have any more in the rover? I do. Just a couple, though. All right, I think that's all of our steel sheets. Oh, yeah, no. Don't put a wireless battery in your suit on Europa, which I think I can't remember if I did or not. I think I did, but I also had a large battery as backup just in case. No, Europa is actually pretty fun. Lots of welding. Alright, sweet. So I'm going to need a lot more steel sheets in order to fully weld this up, but it's not bad to start. So I'm kind of trying to think of what I want to do here. At least on the moon, there's no atmosphere, which makes it easy to place batteries outside. What I would typically do is place the batteries like right along here, and then all the solar panels in this area would charge these batteries. So I could do that, or I could have a dedicated like power room, which then distributes power throughout our base, which I can start off with the batteries up here and then make a dedicated power room. Speaking of, these batteries are holding quite nicely, even with those pipe heaters going on during the day. Yeah, maybe we'll end up doing that. Yeah, maybe to start, we'll place the batteries up top here.
Power low.
Bunch of solar panels, and then if I decide to make a dedicated power room, I can always move all of our batteries into that room. So, yeah, maybe that's what we'll end up doing. Okay, I have an idea on how I want to do this. Sweet. So I do need more steel sheets, so let's continue welding this up. Oh, this is empty. Trying to turn that thing's a pain. There we go. Then I'm gonna have to double check all this to make sure everything is closed up. Alright, so I need, that's 10, 11. So 25 plus 11 is 36, which means I need 18 ingots worth of steel sheets. Alright, let's go inside. Turn our suit off. Speaking of suit, what do we need for the hard suit? I need steel, stellite, and astraloy. Ooh, okay, I need a little bit of everything. So, for the hard suit, I need this, this, and this. These two should be relatively easy. This one's going to be difficult because of the temperature. Now, I would really, the way to solve that is I would just need a way to vent all the gas in the room here. Which actually I could just vent all the gas. Well, no, because it's just pure nitrogen in there. And I'd want it to stay pure nitrogen. I have an idea. I think I know how we can do it with our little setup here. What was I doing? I did build this. Alright, we're gonna build one of these. Let's hook this up really quick. Ooh, it's charging.
Power critical.
Power critical right now. It is getting better. Because this is actually charging our battery. Alright. So I need 18 ingots worth of steel sheets. Steel, all the steel's in here. Well, we'll just do...
Hunger caution.
We'll just do this. We'll just make a bunch more steel sheets. I can always use steel sheets. Alright, let's make a potato. Nice. Alright, and now we wait. So yeah, once I get this done, we're gonna open up this window here so all the air can go, well, can kind of equalize. I'm gonna have to get some more oxide so I can throw it in here. Let's see, N2O, nitrogen. We do have quite a bit of pollutant in here too, so I'm not too worried about pollutant. Alright, we're almost there. So in the meantime, let's make some more steel. Yeah, because I have another stack of coal. And then I've got plenty of iron. Yeah, the fact that that iron is supposed to be degassed and it's actually lowering the temperature is kind of funny because, yeah, that iron, technically the ores that you get from the deep miners should not have any gases in them, so theoretically that should not be dropping. Oh well, we've got more steel. And there's all of the steel sheets. Alright, let's head outside. Suit on. And then since I have more steel, I can make more walls and stuff too, so I can actually pressurize this room. Alright, we're almost done. I did make more steel sheets than what I need, but that's fine. This is a lot of welding. Okay, welding done. Now I just need walls, plastic sheets, and windows. I do have a couple of walls on me, so I guess what I could do here is 5, 10, 15. Let's see, we had 24, 25, 26. So I just need 20 more walls. Well, and that's just for the inside. That's not including the outside, which we're just going to do the inside for right now. And actually, you know what I might end up doing here? Because I'm sick of manually having to do this, what I might do is turn this into a dual airlock. just so it'll automatically open. I won't have to mess with it. Okay, so I need 26 walls, which means I just need 20 more. So let's bump this all the way down to 20. Split this up. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to turn that into a dual airlock, I think. And that shouldn't be too difficult. So let's do advanced airlock, iron, gold, and copper. Yeah, we'll do an advanced airlock. And then I'll need an active vent, a passive vent, and some pipe. It shouldn't be too difficult. That's 600 iron in here. Oops. Alright, so we have an active vent, and then we have a passive vent, and then I pipe everywhere, so I'm not worried about the pipe. Alright, so we're going to do active vent there. We'll do that. Gosh dang it, did I make another pass event for no reason? I keep forgetting I have a bunch of pass events already on me. And there's the walls, let's grab you. And then I just need to hook this up to power. Let's do this. Yeah, to make this a little bit easier, let's kind of redo this cabling a little bit here. Yeah, we'll do something like that. There we go. Nice. And then let's grab crowbar. We will crowbar this. Grab you, toss you over there, grab you, put you in here. Alright, I need to find what we did with our data chip. There it is. Or data disk. And then, yeah, these are going to be 0. Alright, so then same as before. We'll do EXT for exterior. There we go. So active and exterior, sensor lock, active and interior. Ooh, wait a minute. Airlock, alright, so that one's already renamed. Sweet. Flashing light. Alright, so let's see if this works. Alright, so that hit 0. This opened up. Ooh, I need to get rid of this too. Oh, I need a crowbar. Oops, wrong one. I need this. So yeah, essentially this isn't gonna do anything. It's just mainly for the advanced airlock. But, alright. So if I go in here, I shouldn't have to touch anything else. It should just work. Hey, perfect. I mean, yeah, I didn't really have to do that. I could have just pressed this every time, but oh well, that's okay. Alright, so we have the 26 walls. I do need some more plastic sheets, so I need at least 26 plastic sheets. I already have 9, so... Okay, so let's do this. So silicone... 16, so I need 17. So plastic sheets will be 17, and then as far as windows go, I'm going to need some more glass. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. Which this is going to be 34. Oh, geez. I forgot there's a bunch of silicone in here. 3,
Hydration critical.
4, 5, 6. Let's eject you. Let's put this silicone over here. Alright, so plastic sheets. We're gonna do glass sheets. Okay, and then I also need lights and stuff too. Which I have lights. Well, I have 8 light. Yeah, those pipe heaters linked to the daylight sensor is actually working really nice. Alright, sweet. I think that's everything I need as of right now. I do need some water, so let's top our water off here really quick. Yeah, no, the advanced furnace is more than hot enough. As far as this goes, I have an idea on how to actually cool that down. I just need more pressure in there, which I can absolutely get. So, yeah, once I essentially pressurize the atmospherics room, I can start making those other super alloys, which shouldn't be too difficult. Let's see, water's good, food is good, battery's good, oxygen levels are good. Okay. Because I do want to make the hard suit. And light on. Okay, perfect. So, walls. Wall, wall. Hmm. I think I miscalculated. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Oh, yeah, I definitely miscalculated. Oh well, that's okay. And I did not calculate enough. There we are. Heck yeah, look at that. So there should be enough gas or enough atmosphere in here. Let's see. I do have... Yeah, I'd probably have to go on an oxide run realistically. But I can do that at any time. So let's close all of this off. Alright, well, this is completely enclosed, so I should be able to dismantle this window and all of the atmosphere will flow into here. And it should stay pressured because I don't have any holes or anything that I can see. So we should be good. Alright, here goes nothing. Well, we are holding pressure. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, well, in that case, I can open up my helmet. I'm going to keep my light on, though. Let's do that. Let's see, I don't need you, don't need you. Get rid of you. Alright, I need to remember that there are vents right there. Could put this there, but I think the fridge will block that. Actually, if I just put it right here, yeah, that'll work. I'm not crazy about it. But it's more or less out of the way. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't even realize there was a cable right there. That worked perfectly. Heck yeah. Okay, that works. Well, in that case, I can dismantle you. And then I can just do normal walls. There we are. Perfect. Alright, yep, so this will be our atmospherics room. Now it's going to be a minute before I actually get it completely built, but what I can do is I can start making some heavy cable and stuff so I can start wiring it up. And then I'm also going to have to figure out how I want to do our main power line as well. Because the main power lines I tend to run along the outside of our base just because it makes it quite a bit easier. I'd like to run it inside the base, but it's hard because there's not enough room. That's why having the 5x5 corridors are kind of nice too. But if I want to stay with these smaller corridors, I'm going to have to run it along the outside of our base, which shouldn't be too difficult. I just need a bunch of copper and gold, which I have a crap ton of both. Yeah, so let's do this. Yeah, so we're going to do 2 stacks of cable here for us, which should hopefully be sufficient. I have so much iron on me too, it's fantastic. This I'm going to have to move too. Let's see. Actually, I could just put it right there. That'll work. Oops. Let's see. Let's do this. We'll grab you. We'll throw you. And we'll just do it like that. And then there should be a cable underneath this wall. There we go. And then because I'm anal, I don't like the way this looks, so we're going to do it like that. There we go. Now, realistically, what I could do, at least temporarily, to get light in here, is I could just hook this room up to these batteries, but my thought process here, and this is how I tend to build all of my bases, is I'll make each room separate. So essentially, I'll turn this into like a little airlock, so then if, say, something happens, if this room's compromised at all, then I can close the airlock and keep this room affecting the rest of our base. So that's kind of the idea behind how I build most of my bases. Alright, well, let's cycle this airlock. Okay, and then if I want to copper, steel, and cobalt, I would have to go find some cobalt for astraloy. And then silver, silicone, and cobalt. So I would need... Oh, how much silver do I have? I think I have a bunch of silver. Yeah, I have a crap ton of silver. So, let's see. I would probably need 50, 50, and 100. 50, 100, 50. Alright, so I would need 2 stacks of cobalt. The rest of it I have. That shouldn't be too difficult. One thing I do need to get is I do need to, Ooh, this would be perfect for the sensor lenses. Boop. Oh, I need to yeah, that's right. I need the processing unit. Alright, well, let's make 1 stack. Once we have 1 stack, we'll see what we need for the processing unit, because the sensor lenses aren't going to work without that. It's a lot of waiting. And 1 more. We'll swap this out. Or is the processing unit done over here? Yeah, there it is. Sensor processing unit. Probably this guy, Electrum Silica. Oh no. Well, I'm gonna have to do that before I can build that. Well, that's fine. Which means I just need a way to cool this. Which actually, I know how to do that. Not really. Yeah, let's make another volume pump. Let's throw you in our inventory. Iron, gold, and copper. Why don't we have iron, gold, and copper? Let's make 1 of you. I just need 1 volume pump. I do have a pretty good idea on what to do here. Let's head outside for a minute. Turn our suit on. Turn our light on. I have to be careful here because I can't dismantle this at all. Could do something like this. Turn the light off so I can actually see. There we go. Let's see here. Hey, good morning. Oh, crap. Okay, well, that's up to power. Now I just need some insulated pipe, which is going to be inside of our base. Yep. So my thought process behind that is essentially to make, let's see here. Yeah, to make this guy right here, I just need the furnace to get relatively cool. So what I would probably do is get it up to pressure first. Once it's up to pressure and all the ingots are in here, then I can turn that, I foresee an issue, but that's fine. I can always readjust it. I'm going to turn that volume pump on to pump all the atmosphere from here into this tank here. I'm going to have to be careful doing that. Should be fine. I'll have to monitor it like crazy, but we should be okay. What do I need? I need silver, nickel, and lead. Alright, so I need silver, nickel, and lead. I don't have enough lead, so I'm going to have to go out on a mining run regardless for lead. Also probably grab some oxide while I'm out there too. So let's just put you right there. Let's go out on a little mining run so I can find some lead and oxide. Which there is lead going towards our outpost. I haven't really explored that way at all. Well, here's oxide. The oxide I need to increase the pressure of our base. Yeah, that's probably enough for right now. This is a big old cliff. We have have copper, we have iron. Do we have any lead? All I need... I'd prefer 2 stacks of lead, honestly. That's a big old crater. Oh, wait a minute. I think I see lead. I'm hoping that's lead. It looks like lead. It is. Alright, so 2 stacks of this, preferably. Which we should be able to easily get from this deposit. Yep, there's 2 stacks. Might as well keep mining. Granted, I don't need all of this. Well, actually, I might. I don't really know how much I'm going to actually need. Alright, well, there's all the lead. Perfect. So that should be all I need. So let's head back up here. That's a massive cliff. That looks so good. Alright, so we'll head up here. We will adjust the furnace. Because I do want to make the sensor lenses working. Alright, I'm going to need our jetpack to get up here. This will also allow me to make the hard suit too, though. I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't mine some more oxide, because then I can even increase the pressure of our furnace even more. So then I know for sure that I have enough gas in there. Okay, and well, since we're here, throw you there, we'll throw all of this in here, and then let's grab some more oxide. Oh yeah, there's a lot of oxide in here. Only 5 stacks. Beautiful. Alright, let's head back. So I should have everything I need. I like her base. Her base is looking good. And her battery actually held up quite nicely. We're at 60%, so it does drop significantly faster than the normal batteries do, but it's okay. Yeah, let's do this first. We'll turn you off.
Low pressure.
Yep, pressure is quite a bit low in here. So let's drop 2 stacks. Get the temperature. Oh no. Gosh dang it. Our plants died. Yeah, there wasn't enough pressure. That was the issue. Well, there's more than enough pressure now. Well, not really more than enough pressure, but there is enough pressure. Yeah, we'll just do that for right now. Where did that... There it is. Yeah, so I need to get even more pressure in this base here, so dropping another couple of things of oxide and volatiles wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's do this. We're gonna empty all of the gases that we have into this tank here, and then we're gonna put another stack of oxide and volatiles in our furnace here. That should give us more than enough pressure that we'll need. I actually might have enough pressure anyways, but better safe than sorry, I guess. Alright, that's actually lowering quite fast. Yeah, so then I'm gonna take all of the nitrogen in this room here and put it in this tank. Alright, and you're almost empty. I want to wait till there's nothing left in this tank here. Alright, perfect. So then we'll do this. Let's go outside. Close our helmet, turn our suit on. Yeah, now the only downside is I can't really see where these pipes are in these walls here. That's okay though. Alright, and there's no sun out, so we should be fine doing this. Oh god. Okay. There it goes. Sweet. Well, we should have more than enough pressure now. So with that being said, I need 50 silver, 50 nickel, and 100 lead. Alright. So 1, 2. Put you here. Alright, so lead, then I need 50 silver. And then I need nickel, which we have outside.
Oxygen low.
Yep, I know. I didn't turn my suit on.
Oxygen critical.
There we go. Alright, that should be everything we need. So let's start throwing everything in here. So then I need 50 MPa of pressure. So then, yeah, I think what I'm going to end up doing is let's do this first. Let's get all of the nitrogen out of that room. I shouldn't need that, because I can monitor the tank here. Yeah, we should be fine.
Oxygen low. Oxygen
We're
critical.
fine. And look at our battery's completely full. It's awesome. Yeah, the wireless batteries are nice because they don't require maintenance at all, but okay.
Hydration critical.
This almost needs its own, like, insulated tank, doesn't it? Yeah, that's barely dropping at all. Yeah, this part might be a little might be have a little bit of a problem. I mean, it is dropping. The problem is that it's way too hot in here. I guess what I could do, maybe instead of doing this, I could do something else. So let's think about this for a minute. What I could do is those pipe heaters are automated. I mean, getting the gas out of here. And that is dropping quite fast. I would almost have to have. What I should have done is the passive vent I should have put like right here and then put a lever right here. That would have made it a little bit easier to control this. Hmm. Yeah, because the problem is the gas that's in here is just way too hot for this guy. Yeah, I would need to get all the gas out of here. Actually, you know what I could do is I could put some radiators on here and hook it up to this pipe network so then this super cools. That could be something I could do. The only downside is that this is taking forever.
Hunger caution.
All right, yeah, let's do something like that. Let's go take care of our food and water here really quick, and then I need to figure out a better way to do that. Alright, so water's good. Food is good for the most part. Oh, that was the last potato that we had. Let's see. Alright, so food's good, water's good. I do have some extra radiators. I do have this. Because if I'm trying to cool stuff down, alright, what do I need? What do I need to make some radiators? I don't really need a whole lot. I just need some steel, apparently. Let's see. Steel. Yeah, let's just make 3 radiators, because that'll allow me to cool that gas down quite a bit faster. Oh, I have an idea. All right, I know what I'm gonna do. Steel, electrum, constantin, and solder. Okay, I know what I'm doing. So steel, electrum. Gosh dang it! I put it in the wrong one. I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna make the I think it's called like the heavy volume pump or whatever. The turbo pump. That's what I'm gonna use, because then that'll move gas a lot faster, and then at that I can do both directions there, so I can get the gas out of the tank as well as put the gas in the tank instead of just a normal volume pump. Yeah, so that'll work a lot better. In the meantime, let's go hook up these radiators to cool that gas down. Okay, and let's do this. So what I can do is I can do this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's dropping nicely. And that's nitrogen too, so alright, let's throw that in here. Well, that's going to take a minute, but that is staying cold, so we should be fine pressure-wise. Turn suit off. Open helmet, and look at all the batteries are good too. Sweet. Don't you need the other kind of radiator with no atmo? You can use either radiator. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, these ones are just convection radiators, so it just transfers heat from one area to the other until everything equalizes. But because there's no atmosphere, it'll just infinitely cool. Copper, cold. Wow, wow. Gold, copper, steel, electrum. What did I say? Copper, cold. So copper, gold, steel, electrum, turbo pump. That's what I want right here. Sweet. I might end up turning this thing off. This is like, I like it, but at the same time, it's kind of bright. Oh, heck yeah. Look at all that. And then I can actually see how many moles are in here too. But this should be quite a bit better. And actually, this isn't entirely accurate because this gas is also within here too. Alright, so then once this is empty, I can actually make this. And then I can make the sensor lenses. I can go and find cobalt. We can make astroloy and it's stellite. Heck yeah. Right, you're almost empty, so we're just going to let you do your thing. And then we're going to continue working on our atmospherics while that's doing that. That's actually working quite nicely. That's fantastic. Alright, we'll put you there. And then for this room here, I do need a bunch of cable, which... Oh, I just made the one thing of cable. So yeah, let's continue making more cable here. Cable coil. And all of our printers are upgraded fully too, which is fantastic. Oh no, you're gonna go over here. There we are. Okay, so then for this room, I do need to have it hook up to power. So yeah, let's work on atmospherics. So this will make, well, this will make technically one. Let's throw a bunch of copper in here. So let's see, I want one for every gas. Probably not all of this, but we would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I could do one for nitrous oxide. Let's see here. Okay. Let's turn our light on so I can actually see, and then I'll probably build this room similar to how I typically would make it. So yeah, we would do like oxygen, nitrogen, could do like nitrous oxide, CO2. I don't think this is making any more. Nope, it's not. I want to make some more solar panels and stuff, but I want to wait until these cables are completely done. Are you empty yet? You're almost empty. You're just about empty. Yeah, that's almost done too. Okay. And then I need, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have oxygen, nitrogen, CO2, pollutant volatiles. And then, yeah, we'll have one for nitrous oxide. So then probably volatiles, pollutant, and then can have water as well. So I need 2 more atmospherics. So I need, let's just do, we'll just do 10. Make 2 more of those. Oh, geez. Oh, I was making 2 stacks. That's what I was doing. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll just continue. And then what do I need for this? Oh, I need cable. Oh, just normal cable? Well, I have plenty of normal cable. There we go. We'll probably do pollutants. Could do pollutants or volatiles, and then volatiles or pollutants right there. That'll work. Beautiful. Put you back, grab a screwdriver. Alright, heck yeah. So we'll do something similar to this. Let's grab some insulated tanks. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 6 insulated tanks. Which we have enough of everything else on here, so I need 180 silicone. Alright, that's gonna be a lot of insulated tanks, but that's okay. Alright, these are almost done. Because then what I want to do is make a couple of batteries, some solar panels, and then I need to write some more logic. I'll probably just use logic chips realistically. And then I'll have our main power line run along the outside of our base here. So I kind of have an idea on how I want to do this. But I do have about 15 minutes of the stream left, so hopefully I can get as much of this done as I can. Let's see, are you empty yet? You are empty. Perfect. So then there's no gas in here. And that's actually dropping. Okay. Everything I need is in here, so let's do this. So I need 50 MPa in here. Okay. And then we're just gonna let this cool down. So 800 Kelvin, okay. Hey, we have 5. Light on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. And now I just need 1 for water. Insulated liquid tank, so I need more steel. Gosh dang it. I don't think I have any more steel. Oh no. I think I'm out of steel. Well, we're gonna have to make this first, and then I'll have to get more steel. Actually, you know what I could do. No, that's a bad idea. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is once I'm gonna build like a manufacturing room. Once I do that, I'm gonna make a proper cooling and heating system for our furnace here. So I'll have our main like heat, I guess, hot tank, and then I'll have a cooling tank. Essentially, the cooling tank is just going to be filled purely with nitrogen, and it's going to be super cooled. So I can make, cooling our advanced furnace a little bit easier. Versus just waiting. I could throw oxide in here, and that would help. That's okay, though. It is dropping quite fast, but I would have to get more pressure in here. Let's bump it back up to 55. There we go. I really didn't increase the temperature too much either, so that is actually dropping quite nicely. All I need is to drop below 800 Kelvin, which is 527 degrees Celsius. So, yeah, we have a ways to go. That's okay, though. Alright, in the meantime, I do need to make some steel. Which actually I could easily make steel with this temperature. So, yeah, let's go out and grab some coal. Because I have enough iron. Which I could just drive back to our base, or to our outpost. And grab a bunch of coal. Yeah, let's do that. We will head... I could go out and mine it too, but we're going to go out and actually grab it from our outpost over here because we have a bunch of coal. Water's low. Speaking of water, I need to refill our water tank at some point. I do have a stack of ice on me though, so I just have to disconnect the water tank, fill it up, and then hook it back up. I want the Mark II rover. I don't think it's been in the game yet, but I remember when you could like make motherships and stuff too. I wonder if they're ever gonna add that back in. Hey, good morning. Alrighty, so our outpost should just be past this ledge right here. There it is. We probably have another stack of iron in here too, actually. Yep, there's another stack of iron. Might as well grab that. We don't have copper, but we do have quite a bit of coal. Oh, that turned it back on. Well, you know, I can turn you off really quick. And now I can turn you back on. Okay. 6 stacks, that's probably enough for a little bit. Let's see, how much do we still have in here? So we have 15 stacks in there, not including what's in the chutes here. Yeah, no, we have a stupid amount of coal. But I will take it. Alright. Let's head home. Yeah, so we have enough coal for quite a bit of steel. Yeah, so once I make... I don't even know how you pronounce this. Waspaloy? Yeah, once we make that, I can make Astroloy and Stellite fairly easily. And then we can actually make the hard suit as well. Because as far as like traveling back and forth, honestly, the hard suit jetpack is going to be quite a bit faster than the rover. But the rover is kind of fun to drive, even though it is kind of a pain most of the time. Thankfully, we have a bunch of ice and everything around us too, so water should not be a problem. Power low. We're at 50%. That's not low. That's never been low. Oh, crap. Well, we're going this way. We're taking a shortcut. Oh, there's a coal boat right there. Whee! Oh. Yeah, it's over here. actually. Might have overshot it. Uh-oh. I think I overshot her base. That's not good. Oh no, it's right over here. Gosh dang it. I didn't go far enough. That was the problem. Yeah, maybe a tracker wouldn't be a bad idea just in case. Or heck, even just flags would work. Oh, look at our batteries are fully charged. I love seeing that. Alright, so I don't really need the iron. I need the coal more than anything else. I mean, I'll grab the iron. So yeah, we'll take 3 stacks of... Yeah, we'll just do this.
Hydration critical.
Let's see. Alright, hydration's fine. Yeah, we should have enough pressure in here. Yeah, so this needs to get to, we'll say 500 degrees Celsius. So we're slowly getting there. Okay, well, in the meantime, we're going to eject all of this. There, so this is for last Ploy. God, I have a stupid amount of iron on me. Let's do this. We're gonna make 400 iron or steel. Now the only funny thing is I actually need this to get a little bit higher temperature. I need at least 900. Actually, I need 900 Kelvin. Yeah, never mind. That's perfect temperature. And steel. That's a bunch of steel. I love it. And we have a bunch of cable as well. So let's put you there. Let's put you there. Alright, so cable-wise, we're good. Let's put you there. Let's grab... So, what I would like to do now... Let's do some solar panels. So, gold, copper, and steel. So I need 60 steel, 100 copper, 25 gold. Actually, not 60 steel. I need like 75 steel. So, steel. Gold is just 25 gold. And then I need 100 copper, which all of our copper should be in here. Let me close that. Thank you. Alright, so this should be enough to make 20, or not 20, 5 solar panels. A bunch of ingots on me, I love it. Okay, so that'll make the solar panels. I have enough logic chips and stuff, so I don't need to worry about that. I do need to run cable around, then I need a transformer, which I'd probably do another one of these transformers here, which means I would need 3 normal transformers. I would need a daylight sensor. Actually, I know exactly how I'm gonna end up doing that. Because realistically, I can just... I know how to do that. I just need the solar... I also need a battery, too. Alright, so let's head outside while we're waiting for all of this. Here, let's put some more pressure in here. There we go. Alright, let's head outside and start working on the outside of our base here. Well, actually, we are at the 2-hour mark, so I might end up calling the episode here. How many more do we have? We have 2 more. Yeah, let's make these last 2 solar panels. Once these are made, I'll place them outside, and then we will call the episode. In the next episode, we should be able to at least get our atmospherics room mostly complete. All I really need to do is just start getting gases in here. I can automate all of this, so then these will only turn on sporadically to preserve the life of our filters. But we should be able to separate all of our gases, and then we'll have like kind of a main gas line go throughout the majority of our base here. But this should be relatively easy to get this room up and running. Then we'll even have more room for it to expand as they add more and more gases and stuff. So it shouldn't be too difficult. One thing I can do while we're waiting is, do we have any glass? We do have some glass. And we're on our last solar panel, so we'll get these placed, and then in the next episode we will continue working on our atmospherics room, and then yeah, we should be able to get this up to pressure, well, pressure and temperature. So in the next episode we'll be able to make the sensor lenses, we'll be able to make the hard suit, so yeah, we'll be able to progress quite a bit. But we'll head out, place these solar panels, and then we will be good to go. Alright. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to move all of the logic from over here. Actually, I can probably just keep it over there. I'll figure it out. Let's see, how do I have these set? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then we'll have batteries strung along this right here, which all the solar panels here will power these batteries, which will in turn power our main power line, which will power our base. So, should be pretty fun once we get everything up and running. And then once we finish our atmospherics room, we'll start to slowly expand our base. And then I'm gonna have kind of different designs for each room too. So it's not a direct copy of my typical base. I kind of want to make it more unique than anything else. So we're gonna figure out different ways that we can make the rooms. But I'm gonna call the episode right there. Yeah, I have a lot of plans for the next episode. Mainly, I just want to get the atmospherics room done, and I want to get the hard suit because I want to automate our hard suit too, so I don't have to keep manually turning our suit off and on. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you all later.